You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming.
Be wise and go forth. Knowledge will serve as your daily bread.
You catch a whiff of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot. Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source. Overcoming nausea, you easily rip the cross from the dead man's chest. You clean it and take it with you. All of a sudden, the tops of the trees rattle and clang. Alarmed, birds fly away. Your mentor removes a knife from his shirt and... You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. You watch as the demon twirls the snake above his head. It seems as if he'll never grow tired of it. Suddenly, the snake Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor, you call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of... You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. As soon as you draw a circle, two demons burst from the skin of the hanged girl. It seems that demons... You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
All right, I have a little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song. On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the board.
Is that you, Igor?
It is I, with Vasilisa.
God bless. Huh. What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers cause me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me in flour, only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. Petrov's folks silenced me right away. Huh. I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
All right.
You whisper a few cryptic words and make expressive.
They won't be able to say a word at the next village meeting. You can be sure about that.
Thank you. Finally, some luck going my way. Here is some money.
You take the money and go on your way. Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way. The closer you are to the house of the spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood.
There are bright strings of some kind on the path. Who has this much yarn to spare?
So, how do you like this Izba? Ours is quite a bit cozier. Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of... That's the spinner for you. Always thinking up something crazy.
What do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a cult. The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. It's something new the spinner thought up. Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like it would be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but...
What's with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you? Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner. It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak...
What else should I know about the spinner?
Hush, child. These skulls report... Keep your lips sealed.
There are many different skulls and charms.
You approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, The bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
Oh, joy! And Noah! Finally, some fun! My eye isn't what it used to be. Who's that old-timer over there?
Will you let me pass to see the spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to take. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first. Anyway, we'll do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll solve any one of them, and I'll let you through. Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Well, are you up to it?
You wish. I'd sooner crush you than...
The unclean dead man disappears.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlampevich.
The voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the Black Book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
This one, a knower. She couldn't solve any of the riddles. What kind of a witch would she make?
No, you know nothing about Vasilisa. Your skull's riddles are clever. Anyone would guess wrong.
Those who guess wrong are usually not worth speaking to. But all right, I'll trust you on this, old Yegor. But only this one time. So why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
We met your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And Yeretnik, God rest, hasn't served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
I wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here.
This witchery is not yet for you. In time, you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
I saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess. Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate. Well, it serves her right.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt. Only why would I give one to you?
Old Yegor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer? You're known all across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt. So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them. Well, make them suffer, of course. Give them some back-breaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures. Only knowers can do some good. Well, turns out you're a good knower, girl. I'll give you a belt as a gift. Here, It's a good one. Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of a fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you, hmm?
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
Spinner is no simple witch. It's not the last time we'll hear of her. Well done, Vasya. She's taking a life. The meeting couldn't have gone better. All right, we've got the belt. Now we must plan our... Well, you've got all the items you need. Now we can try freeing your bride. Since you have the book now, I can't go. I'm not that strong of a Khaldun anymore, to tell them. And Abdericha is a powerful spirit. She can charm and skin you alive so fast that you won't know what hit you. So, Vasya, you must prepare yourself. Perhaps you have some questions.
What kind of ritual should we perform? I don't remember you teaching me any such things.
I've never saved changelings from the banyas. I think you will need to go down beneath the floor. The bannik will test you there. You have all the right items, but don't forget, perhaps you have some questions.
What is that, Abdericha?
Who knows where this one came from? These things all emerge in different... They say a bannik settles in a banya where 40 children. As for this one, the only thing we can say, is it an accident or not? Only the Abdericha can answer. Perhaps you have some questions.
Time to hit the road.
I still wonder how word gets out in the land of I traveled to Vilgord. No one fears me like they used to anymore. Must have heard that I transferred the power to you.
So why weren't you killed at the crossroads?
So the fiends circle. Well, I think that's it. We'll meet Timofey soon. Then I see one demon wearing a red hat. So I grabbed it. Then everything froze. Turns out the hat was changed to it. The demons went round and round, glaring at me with their... And their leader says, "Return the hat. I'll do anything." He could bring back my brother, though. I asked him then, "Where do you come from, you accursed?" And what do you know? Prokopy, the holy fool, sent them for me. It wasn't the master of the forest who helped him, but demons. All the children who disappeared in Vilgord were also... He fed them all to his chords. Timofey among them. Devil curse Prokopy. If I ever see him in hell, Even there I'll try to curse. I'll make sure he suffers. I will.
What did you do with the chorts?
Send them to kill Prokopy. In the end, everyone thought he had drank one too many. But it was my shorts. That's not the end of it. But I'm tired. Next time I will tell you about the Black Book.
Why would the Banya bride need this sort of things?
I reckon it's the only way she can get out of the theory. She needs things from the human world. You see, there's no living man without a cross, a belt, and a name. This girl never had any of that.
Well, Vasha, now I can say I've seen cannon fire. A redoute, that's one thing. The devil himself, that's a whole Still, I think that war is scarier. Much scarier than any chort.
You've seen too few chorts, Kolya.
Perhaps that's true, but that's beside the point. I'm not going to put up with it. I know how to get over this. I have an idea.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of stepping right into the fire, if only something turned up.
You could die, you know.
No. I'm not talking about something like a campfire. And I'm not planning on dying. It's not the devil I have to overcome. Man's greatest enemy is himself. That's what I think.
What happened down there, in the war?
Bah, Vasha, you wouldn't be interested. This war was thought up by the devil, but not by the Holy Spirit, that's for sure. I don't even want to remember. The thoughts alone make my hair white.
Is that why you started smoking?
Well, look at you. They don't call you knowers without reason. Well, yes. I'll start with something to tell you the truth. I'm terrified even when I strike Spocks with flint.
Oh, Yegor, thank God I caught you.
I am not in charge around here anymore. Vasily...
What kind of life is it here? 1 minute it's hunger, another war. Oh well, at least my cow is still healthy. What was I saying? Some time ago, I was walking along the Bonevsk road late at night, there, on the other shore. Then, all of a sudden, something clattered and shot past me. Like a whirlwind, I tell you. God help me, I made it home.
All right. I'll go check if there are any demons there.
I'm not worried about that. Put a Zagovar on me, will you?
Don't you know there's nothing better than the sign of the cross?
All right. I'll whisper something. What with you coming all this way and all?
Oh, thank you, kind girl.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a... You take the herb and get ready to go on your way. While passing a small birch grove, you notice the golden flowers of the tirlich herb. The ground is covered with its flowers, as if it were a golden carpet. You hold your breath. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way. You notice deep, humanoid tracks. It's unclear whether they were left during rain or if someone heavy walked here recently. You come closer and study the tracks. It is obvious now why you had an uneasy feeling looking at them from afar. Each track is glowing with a dull... All of a sudden, one of the tracks erupts into a blue flame. A demon appears and moves towards you, unwilling to walk. With the demons gone, the blue light of the tracks fades as well. It's lonely and scary on the road at night. Around you is an unfriendly silence, broken only by the... You hear the sound of wheels tearing through the silence of the sleeping road like a knife. Ahead, you see the silhouette of a wagon move. You shout your greetings, and the wagon stops nearby. The driver looks at you with cold...
I wish you a good harvest.
We thank you kindly.
Where are you taking this bread?
Not very far, you might say. You'll be there soon enough.
Good heavens. Where's that place then?
You just had to mention God, didn't you? Now we'll have to kill you.
In the blink of an eye, the cart is transformed. The drivers turn into demons. The horses turn into harnessed sinners. Instead of bread, you see dead bodies. The cart, along with the sinners, disappears into... Amidst the branches, you notice a glint of the demon's eyes. It seems that the Chort's Nikolai walks forward, pretending as if he hasn't noticed the Chort. As soon as the demon lunges at him, Nikolai... A motley swarm of peddlers has created a small fair by the village. Some traders have
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you?
Wisdom will empty your heart and be good for your soul.
Low prices. Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought.
It seems someone was expecting you. Someone appears to have cursed the peasant's cow, and it stopped giving milk. You try to remember. Was this... The door to the abandoned banya opens with a shrill creak. After that, the old building is silent, waiting for the ritual to begin. You can only guess how this ritual will end. Some fitting spells come to mind. However, none of them were made to... You start with the usual summoning Zagavr, hoping that Nikolai's bride will answer you. Perhaps you'll just have to give her all of the requisite items. The Zagavr soon comes to an end.
We brought the things we promised. Soon you'll be free.
The girl tries to say something, but an unintelligible whisper is all that escapes her lips. Her entire figure...
What's going on? We can't understand you.
The girl covers her mouth. Her figure screams despair. Tears drip from her You whisper an old Zagavr, and you finally understand what she's saying. Her voice...
The one called Banik dwells in darkness. The stove, the fire, the boiling water. These are the keys to her domain. I am the third from the left, and all, mind you, that...
The girl doesn't manage to finish the sentence. She is engulfed with flames and clouds of steam. The shelves fall over when a hole to the ethereal... The entrance to the underground burns with unbearable heat. You recall this happening when you stepped into the maw of the Hellhound. This time, old Yegor isn't around. Your confidence in your ability to get out is also nowhere to be found. The world flashes with blinding heat. You're familiar with the feeling of passing between worlds. However, once again, even on this, your third time, it sweeps over you like a sudden gale and slams you mercilessly to the ground. When you come to, you're surrounded by a ringing silence. Nikolai lies at your side. He too is stunned from the teleport.
Kola, are you alright? I told you to wait in the banya.
But I couldn't just leave you like that alone. I can keep it together now, I think.
Well, the more the merrier, I suppose. Anyway, there's no way back now. Follow me.
Such a fearsome girl. You'd better stay behind me.
Don't get yourself killed. What did the girls, the stove, are the keys to her? What did the girls say again? The stove, the fire are the keys. What did the girls say again? The stove, the fire, the boiling water, flaying the skin are the keys to her domain. What did the girl, the stove, the fire, the boiling water, flaying the skin are the keys to her domain. What did the girls say again? The stove, the fire, the boiling water, flaying the skin are the keys to her domain. What did the girls say? The stove, the fire, the boiling water, flaying the skin are the keys to her domain. What did the stove are the keys? What did the girl, the stove, are the keys to? What did the girl, the stove, the fire, the boiling water, flaying the skin are the keys to her domain? What did the girl, the stove are the keys? What did the stove are the keys to her domain?
You continue your journey into the domain of the Abdiricha. Nikolai tags along, constantly glancing around. The defeated Chorts vanish into the thick subterranean shadows. You move further along the grim corridors. Nikolai. One tight corridor leads to another. The lower you go, the harder it is to breathe. Your path is lit only by burning embers and the scattered rays of the dawn coming from the human world somewhere above. It seems this journey will never end.
Who's sneaking around there in the dark? We can smell you. We can. Reeks of life will clean you up. Get rid of stinking skin as well.
Greetings to you, Bannock hostess. Be so kind as to let us stay here, down below.
Hear us out, Bannock dear!
Invited ourselves, we did. I am the mistress here. Can't order me around, can you? What brings you here, down below?
Why do you steal Christian children? Why don't you let them go?
Who steals children? Who steals children? These are my children. It's quiet here in the dark. We're doing just fine here without you. What brings you here, down below?
They say Bannocks rule over the Aspen demons. Is it true?
Why do you want to know? Why? So what if it's true? Maybe not. What then? We want to ask something else. What brings you here, down below?
We came to ask for your daughter's hand. I have a young groom, you have a fine bride. Can we bring them together?
No! There's no brides here below! Only embers. Embers burn? What?
Yeah? Who burned my arm then? An ember shaped like a hand?
Hamar! It's still on there. You found it out. Figure it out.
Well, give us the girl. We know she's here.
All right. Have it your way. We'll show you a bride. Not one, even not one. Choose the one that's yours. You chose wrong. You'd stay here to stay. I'll spin your hair on a rake, then take off your skin. You chose. Guessed it. You got lucky. Probably just lucky. How are they lucky? Why?
We've chosen the bride. Now let her go.
Give her back? No. We can't let her go, can we? No, a bride needs a Yes, I'll give you the dowry. I will. Choose the right one, and we'll let the girl go. Choose the right one. You chose. You guessed it. But how? The girl told you. You couldn't guess any other way.
You promised to give us our bride if we guessed right.
You did, but you shouldn't have. Right? No, you won't. No. I'll flay your skin as a lesson.
You promised to give us the bride.
I will. Right after I take your skin.
Give us the bride.
Quickly, we have to make it. Did you bring what I asked you to?
Here is the belt and the cross. And your name is?
I can't believe it. Am I free?
Yes, the demons can't hurt you now. It's dangerous to stay here. The place is unclean, not to mention all the logs flying around. Let's go to our spa. We'll talk there.
All right. And the Banitsa vanished. And here I am.
What a tale! Well, Kolya, you sure did find me a fine maiden. A pretty one.
Huh?
Come on, old Yegor. Don't be like that.
Ah, don't worry. I'm not trying to curse you or anything.
I don't know what to do now.
So, Kolya, are you going to make good on your word?
I sure am. I'm doing it all by the book. Nice and proper. But where would the matchmakers go?
I remember the village the Abdericha stole me from. I remember the minute you freed me. I lived in Pakcha. My relatives still live there. Send the matchmakers there. Though I need to go there with Vasilisa first. You'll find your Aspen demon there.
Remember I asked you to question the Abdericha about an Aspen demon?
She switched me with an Aspen chort, it turns out. This chort now lives with my family, with my mother and father.
That's where we'll go. That's the kind of demon I need.
Good, I remember the way.
She's gone. I doubt she can follow you.
It's not so easy to get rid of her. Soon she'll revive in the dark. She can't die. I'm not entirely in the human world, to tell the truth. Until I'm married, she can bring me back.
Are you still alive after 18 years?
Nothing to it, really. Wherever the bunny stove is lit, we're with her. Her mind has grown weak, sort of. She's rather old. But she's also taught me things. She's taught me quite a bit. I am an ogre myself, to a certain extent.
Let's go then.